government spend, we're positive that that will happen. And about 30, but from what we understand, of the 805 billion that we're talking about over the next 3 years, approximately 30% to our estimate will be in our sector of the work, in our construction side. And that will, as the government indicated, it will boost the industry. They use it as a buffer, they use it as a catalyst, and I must say we're looking forward to that catalyst to be injected in the industry. But what we're focusing on, will be focusing on at the moment, we're pricing on a number of pipelines, roads, as you know. The next phase of the Gauteng freeway upgrade, as we understand, will only start in 2012, and it looks like if at least Sandal, they've got their act together, and it appears that they've got looking quite nicely at getting funding for that project. From what we understand, the estimate of that project is about 23 billion rand. So, and starting in 2012, will certainly help the whole industry. There's still a lot of opportunity, especially in the water treatment works and effluent treatment works. There are some issues in terms of the water, with who pays for the water, because we're looking at public PPPs very closely to water treatment, roads, government buildings. There are quite a few tenders out at the moment for public-private partnerships, but as you know, that takes quite a while before that project, once you've priced it, once it is awarded, and once you can start doing the work. But at least it looks like there's some movement over the last number of months in the PPPs. On the Eskom side, I think once they have sorted out their, I would say, politics maybe, but on the ground things are still happening. We are actively involved with the Eskom's operational management. We also see that can see that some of the projects that have been delayed on the ancillary work at the two coal-firing power stations are also starting. We see now coming through to price on. There are some reasonable projects. It's not nice size projects, and it suits us. As you know, we are at Kusile, and we're looking at some additional work at Medupi as well. We're very positive about the power and transmission and distribution lines. To our estimate, there's approximately, well, let's say approximately between 10 and 15 billion rand of that type of work in Southern Africa, and not very many South African companies, large South African companies, are operating in that space. And that is where we have a good relationship, have formed a good relationship with international companies, where they want to operate in that market. They're very active, companies in India and Russia, and also in Japan. And we have had some very good discussions with them to see if we can work together, not only in SA but also outside our borders.